everyone, how are we? Thank you for joining me once again. I am here again with E3D Hemera and we are assembling it. So yeah, I am excited. I hope you're excited. Yeah, so this should be fun. In the meantime, since the last time we spoke, since episode 1, I flashed the firmware for this one. I got a bit of help from Eric. Thank you, Eric Cedarberg. You're a legend. Not only invented an awesome face mask, but also helped me flash the firmware. So yay, thanks, Eric. Yeah, so I flashed firmware, so I'm pretty confident that that's set up. Where I'm just still getting that minimum temperature error, and I'm pretty sure now that means I've plugged something in wrong. So we're gonna open the box back up again and we're gonna have a little bit of a fiddle. In the meantime, since last time, I bought some JST connectors, so hopefully we'll make some better plugs for all these kinds of things and make this setup a little more permanent. So that's the goal for today. But yeah, how are you all? What have you been up to? What have you been making? Yeah, thank you for I've been missing you, so thank you for your patience last week. I just wasn't feeling very well at all, so yeah, I'm really grateful for the leniency you've granted me. So thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better now. Yeah, I think I'm just adjusting to my new workload at the makerspace and stuff, and just like, yeah, just adjusting to life at the moment. Yeah, oh, it's a little dark in here. I realized I haven't turned my lights on. I should probably turn my lights on so we can all see. Little better, yeah. Cool. Ah! Thank you, Simple Electronics. Thank you for believing in me. If anyone hasn't seen Simple Electronics' channel, really great. I did an interview there a little while ago and I was just so immediately comfy having a merry old chat. So really great stuff on there. Really cool videos that have just come out, and yeah, well worth a watch. Yeah. Hi Dean, hi Incendium, hi Eric, hi Sporluck. Hi Rain and Jason Burton and Jaffarini? Oh, that's a good one. And Non. Hello everyone. Lovely to see you all. Yeah, alright. So let's get crack-a-lackin', I guess. I will jump on over into my other view. Oh, I should probably talk a little about other stuff I've been making, because I've been making some other stuff, but not very 3D printing oriented at the moment. I've been going back to my sewing days, my roots, and so I've been making big fancy hats like that one right there, which you can't see because the printer's in the way, but sillily huge hats, and also corsets. I really love making corsets. So this is like a ribbon corset, which is typical of the late 1800s, early 1900s, when people started to say, maybe we shouldn't restrict ourselves quite as much as we do. So they made these ribbon corsets, which are quite comfy and move quite a lot. So that was actually a draft I made of a pattern I just kind of made up. You know, I measured it and stuff, but it was still very made up. And it just kind of worked. So that's nice. Yeah, I didn't expect it to, so woo! Yeah, so that's nice. So that's the other stuff I've been making, and other than that, yeah, just working at work, which has been really cool. It's really fun working for a makerspace. I get to make all kinds of things with people every day and help them solve their problems and the things they want to make, which is just a very beautiful feeling. So anyway, we should get started on this, otherwise we'll run out of time. I might jump into three-way mode. What do you reckon? Three-way mode. Yes, and oh, in case I forget at the end, I would love to say thank you to all my patrons who are here listed on the list of legends. Thank you, wonderful people who help make this happen. Yeah, and if you want to be a patron, there is a link in the description. So yeah, yeah, let's do three-way mode. Woo! Three-way. Definitely not an innuendo. Hello. Hello. Okay, so what do we have here? We have here we go. Lower you down a little. Yeah. So we have the control box. This is the control box. This is it upside down. This is it with the power supply still in. So I will take that out as our first step, I think. I'll drop this down a little. There we go. That's a little better. A little better. See what we're doing some. It's still attached to the printer, so yeah, I'm managing that there. It's quite large, which you can't see. But I'm very cramped right now. So yeah, I'm going to take out this power supply again, and as you can see, we are not plugged in and we are off. So, and it's been like that overnight, so we should be fine. I am using OBS. Yes, I am using OBS. Getting used to it all. I made this little scene transition. I made that in Resolve, which I'm very proud of, probably unreasonably proud of. But I'm like, ooh, look at my squishy lines, my little squishy blobs, which I'm very, very happy about because everything I do in Resolve seems like this massive chore. So I'm pretty happy with my squishy blobs. But I really want to make a frame for this scene, and I kind of want it to be like really Art Nouveau, like, oh, I just love Art Nouveau art so much. Like Muka, he did all these beautiful lithography. They're not like lithopanes that we think of in 3D printing. They're like prints with multiple colors. Yeah, they're like etchings, I believe. Anyway, just beautiful, beautiful work. Kind of almost proto comic book style. He did his paintings with very distinct borders around people or objects, and then really fine lines to describe their forms, and they're just so stunning. And anyway, I like want to do a sort of layout as some of, because he illustrated a lot of books and posters and stuff, and I want to do a layout for this scene that's kind of like got that vibe to it. And I want to like also, I don't know, lately I've been thinking it'd be really, really cool to dig into oh my goodness, shaders. Yes, shaders, and see if I can make something that kind of looks like that. I don't know whether that's possible, but I feel like it'd be really cool, and I quite enjoy the generative sort of stuff in Resolve. By generative, I guess I'm meaning like, yeah, the stuff you can generate, like that little scene transition I made. I really enjoy making that. I think it's one of my more fun parts of Resolve. So yeah, I don't know. I might try doing that sometime. See if I can make anything that looks good. If you haven't plugged the power supply in the wall since last time, it's almost 100% sure to be safe from shocks. I have plugged it in since last time because I was fiddling around with flashing the firmware, and I wanted to see if that solved our minimum temp issue. But it's been like overnight since it's been unplugged. It's probably 24 hours actually now. Yeah, nearly 24 hours since it's been unplugged. So I think we're good. Is a big fan of Resolve. Yeah, well, I struggle with it, not gonna lie, really struggle with it. I'm getting there. I'm pretty comfy now, but it's still a big hurdle in my workflow for making videos. I think just because I had no photography background at all, or videography background at all, I was just learning so much, and it was just kind of overwhelming. But I'm glad you like it. I also found videos really hard to, there weren't very many that actually helped me. But yeah, lithograph, thank you, Incendium, that's what I mean, a lithograph. And Muka is spelled M-U-C-H-A, if you've never seen his work. It was sort of turn of the century, which is pretty much my favorite era in history for many reasons. Anyway, yes. Oh, hello, Ollie, lovely to see you. I am working on installing the E3D Hemera, and I have flashed the firmware, and we're pretty confident with Eric Cederberg's help that this is correct. The firmware that now lives in this machine is correct. But I'm still getting a minimum temp error when I go to heat up the hot end. And I believe that's because somewhere along the line I have plugged in the thermistor for the hot end. I think that seems likely. So yes, gonna work out where that is, and while we're at it, we're gonna reroute these cables so they actually come through the plug. What did we call it last time? I don't know, the tentacle hole, I think is what we called it. We're gonna reroute those. So I might reroute the ones I think are not the thermistor cable first, because they seem safe and in the right spot. So yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll work on the rest. Oh, I need my screwdriver. I forgot. I brought all my Allen keys and I didn't get my screwdriver. It's just behind me. I'll be back in 2 secondos. Oops. Oh my god. I'm locked in. Ah, yes, the messiest part of my craft room, the trash pile. I still need to like sort out like a system for managing all my trash. I'm not great at it yet. I think I just need like a deeper couple of bins. Wow, I really am locked into this camera. Okay, I think I need like a deeper couple of bins because I still find that gets messy quickly. But I need like a deeper recycling and garbage bin. I think it's like the messiest part in my whole room. Which I guess the trash pile should be, but it shouldn't really be a pile. It shouldn't pile up. So yeah, my craft room is still a work in progress, and I think it always will be. There we go. What do we got? Jafoni says, I learned Final Cut Pro years ago when making a slideshow for my sister's wedding. Oh, how beautiful. That's a lovely way to learn. No pressure though. Oh, wedding. Oh. That would, yeah, freak me out. Here we go. This will be right. And video editing can be quite fun. Yeah, I agree. And I'm hoping now that I have like my full-time job, and hopefully I get to keep this full-time job because I'm still technically a temp, but I've applied for a longer role. So hopefully I get to keep it. But yeah, if I'm really hoping that now that I have this role that I'll be able to kind of take the pressure off the video editing for YouTube thing, so it's not quite so scary. Yeah, fingers crossed, eh? Fingers crossed, because that would be nice. And then I could get some more content out, because I feel like I just get so stifled by I don't know, my own fears, or I just find the whole thing really difficult and hard, and you know, that's no good. So it means I just haven't been making that much, but hopefully with a bit of luck, this role will make it all a bit easier, because I won't be trying to rely on it for money, so it takes a little bit of the pressure off. Yeah, so I'm just rerouting some of these cables through the tentacle hole, and I'm just going to do them one at a time so that I remember where they go, because I don't want to get muddled up. It's kind of hard. Yeah, talking and thinking at the same time, so I'm just going to do one at a time. Simple Electronics says, pulling up a CR-10 motherboard image in case you want backup. Oh, thank you. Yeah, if you could find out where I'm meant to plug the thermistor in, that would be great. I took something out of this thermistor plug and I thought it was the thermistor, but maybe I was wrong. So that would be lovely if you can find where it should go. It's a Creality CR-10 S5, so it's a little different to the others. The board is a Creality V2.1, it says on it. So yeah, it's the one for the S5, which is a little different to the, I think it's the same one as the Ender 5, but it's different to the Ender 3 Pro or whatever. There's like loads of different boards that Creality makes, and this one is one of the less used ones by the look of it. I can't get this in. Hey Billy, love your videos, keep up the great work. Oh, thanks Mike, you're always so supportive. Thank you so much for all your kind comments. They keep me going, you know? These kinds of comments keep me going when I'm frustrated or sad or disappointed in myself, and then someone says something lovely and it makes it all worthwhile. So thank you Mike, that's really, really lovely. Can't get this in, I keep putting it in and winding it down. I mustn't be getting it in the right spot. Steve Toughnail says, don't break it. I'm trying, Steve. I'm trying. I am very much trying not to break it. Whether or not I will succeed will remain to be seen. But I'm definitely attempting to not break it. What's the full-time job, says Jaffarini. I am working in a makerspace. It's a government-funded makerspace here in Brisbane where I live. And I pretty much just am on the floor helping people make stuff. So they'll bring in a project and they'll be like, I want to make this thing. And, you know, I help them use the laser cutter or the 3D printers or any of our equipment. Hopefully soon the CNC machine too. We are making friends with the CNC machine, though it is a little scary and intimidating. I am making friends with it, slowly but surely. Yeah, so I help I help people make what they want to make, which is like so satisfying. And I also help write workshops. And at the moment we're running one on CNC cat trees, which is really fun. So people are designing their own cat trees, as in the things, cat scratching post castle type things. Yeah, which is really, really fun. People who really, really love their cats are attending and designing trees that are totally specific for their cats, which seems to be a rather common issue, is that, you know, cat trees are kind of plain or really, really expensive, and don't always necessarily suit every cat. There's a lot of people with rather large cats in the workshop, and they're like, yeah, my cat literally doesn't fit into most cat trees. So yeah, it's really, really cool seeing what people come up with. There are some absolutely amazing, like proper castle style cat trees going on. So that's been really, really, really fun. Yeah. And of course, using the CNC machine. And a lot of these people have never used a CNC machine before. Oh, I got it right. Yay, finally. Have never used a CNC machine before. So it's really, and I have hardly used one, to be honest, apart from a 3D printer, which is, you know, a kind of CNC machine, but not with a big, scary spindle and all that going on. So yeah, that's been cool as well, seeing people go along that journey. And yeah, learn what it's like to use, and some of them never even used digifab at all before, so never 3D printing or lasering or anything. So it's really, really cool taking people along that journey. And even though there's been some hiccups, it's a new workshop, and you know, I'm doing stuff I'm not super confident with, but you know, we're all learning, and it's been eventful. Yeah. Wayne Stout says, I've considered converting my Ender 3 Pro to direct drive. Worth it? We're about to find out. This Hemera will make it direct drive. I think it will be worth it, because you're pulling much more direct, especially on the CR-10S5, which has a really, really long cable route through the Bowden tube. So that's that plastic tube that runs from the extruder motor to the nozzle, essentially. That has quite a lot of, well, a decent amount of give in it, so that when you're doing retractions and stuff, you have to do quite long retractions in order to be able to ensure that you're, oh, I got that one first go. How funny is that? Yeah, quite long retractions in order to be able to, oh, look at that. Oh, that might be our problem. The thermistor cable was just floating around. Is this the thermistor? Yeah, that might have just been our problem. I might have had it in the right spot and it just didn't quite connect. So we might be fine, actually. Yes, okay. What was I saying? Oh yes, the Bowden tube. It has, because it's just a little bit flexy, and by Bowden tube I mean this Duvalacker. This thing that runs from the extruder motor to your nozzle. Here I have it held up by a little keychain holder. But yeah, that Duvalacker has a little bit of slack in it. And so your retractions need to be a bit higher, and that can make a bit of stringing happen and all sorts of other stuff. So I'm hoping that it will improve the performance of this machine. The Hemera also is a little bit stronger of a heater and everything else in comparison to what I have on here now. So I'm also hoping that I'll be able to run materials a bit hotter and a bit thicker. So put a 1 mil nozzle on here and run it a bit quicker than I have been in the past. So I can start to actually use this giant printer. It is 500 by 500 by 500 millimeters in build volume. Though there are sort of some restrictions on that because of the size of the heat bed. But anyway, this is a crucial step in making it much more usable than it is now. So yeah, fingers crossed for me, eh? Be mindful of the routing as to not to tie a knot in the tentacles with the new wires. Yeah, good call. I have all the tentacles facing that away, and I have all these new ones facing this way, like coming around here. Maybe I should... Yeah, so all the tentacles are coming this way, all the new cables coming this way. So I'm hoping that means I won't be disturbing the routing. Though I wonder if maybe I should put some JST connectors here, though I still would have to plug the heater cables in, so I'd still have to open it up. Yeah, we'll just continue as we have been. Oh, and this one's unplugged too. Is this the fan? Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Okay, so that might be why we were having troubles. Right there. Right there. Travis, hey Billy, hey Travis, lovely to see you. Please keep the magic smoke in the board. I would very much prefer to, Rain. That will be our aim for today. The CR-10's boards have the ribbon cable to the breakout box. Not sure what that means. Is that talking about the screen? Because there's a ribbon cable here. That's the screen there. Yeah, let me know what that means. If I should be careful of that. Sporlug says, depends. I've converted Ender 3s to the direct drive. Only way to do flexibles. Yes, that's the other thing I really want to try is flexibles. I have only one printer now that can do flexibles. And it's a very new printer to me. It's the Prusa Mini, which does do flexibles, which is really, really nice. In the FDM, I have a resin printer and I have resin that is flexible, so that's cool. But yeah, it would be lovely to do flexibles on this big bad one. It'd be very, very fun. So yeah. For lots of reasons. Flexibles and big things could be fun. I'll leave it at that for YouTube's sake. Jefferini, if I'm saying that terribly, please let me know. I've only used directs, but with all the work going into making them lightweight, seems like they're not as much advantage to Bowden anymore. Oh, interesting. There you go. Wayne Stat, I've been happy with the Micro Swiss and an all-metal direct drive. Yeah, I have a Micro Swiss on here currently, but it's not direct drive, so the Hemera should be much lovelier. The white plugs closest to you, corner nearest to you, and to the right, there is a set of 3 white plugs, and the center one is the bed, and the right one is hot end 1. I believe you're talking about right here, which is, yeah, where I had them plugged in last time. So I think probably the connection just got loose. Yeah, so I think hopefully that's what that was. I noticed that these connectors are not actually what I thought they were. So I don't know that these are actually radically better than my existing ones. I think what I didn't, I got JST connectors, but I think I need these weird little clippy ones. What are the clippy type connectors that go on boards called? Because I will order some of those for next time. Yes, what do we got? But yes, thank you, Simple Electronics. That confirms I think I was on the right path. Sporluck, have you thought about upping your heating on your S5? Yes, definitely. So for those that don't know, the CR-10 S5, even though it has a 500 by 500 mil bed, only has a 350 by 350 mil heat plate. I think that's correct. It's the same size as the Ender 3. They just use the Ender 3 heat plate on the CR-10 S5, which means you have a big border around the edge where it is cold. And so you actually can't use the build volume of the 500 by 500 by 500 bed, which is infuriating. And I feel like, yeah, when I first got it, I felt like it was like, what's that thing? Misleading. Yes. So it's kind of a frustrating machine. I need to get a heater that covers the whole bed. Unfortunately, that's a few $100s, which I just haven't spent on this machine yet. But I think now that I've got the Hemera, it's all looking a bit more promising, and I might actually finish this one off. I would love to do a showdown on 3D printing keyboards on this machine, mechanical keyboards, like nice long ones on this machine, which is the kind of the historical preference for 3D printing mechanical keyboards, and do a showdown between this one and the belt printer behind me, because I think that would be a cool comparison for mechanical keyboards, because I think that's kind of a holy grail of 3D printing in the mechanical keyboard realm, is being able to do a full keyboard on one printer. Oh, what do we got? There are so many. Oh, you're talking so much. It's lovely. White plugs closest. Yes, we did that. I've got a monoprice select with direct drive that I adore, but the Ender has slightly bigger print volume. Yes. Yeah, it would. It might be worth it. I think the Hemera is probably the way to go. It's a beautiful piece of engineering, and hopefully we get to see it run today. The CR-10 Pro has a strange motherboard. It does. I did a large flexible vase. Oh, cool. Have to go dinner time here. Thank you. Thank you for the good luck. Have good dinners. I love food. Hey, Chris. Lovely to see you. Beautiful. Adding a zip tie around everything just outside the hole will hold everything snug together and keep you from pulling stuff loose. Ah, Joel, genius. We will do that. I love that plan. I better keep inserting while I'm talking. I'm going to poke these on through. Actually, I'll plug them in as we go. So this is the thermistor cable. Yes, this is the thermistor cable, which I'm pretty sure goes into TH1 here. TH1. And I don't know, should I hot glue it in? I think that was my problem. I think it was just loose. And I think that will continue to be a problem. Maybe this capped on tape is no good. Maybe I should use something a bit more flexy, like masking tape. I might try some masking tape. Yeah. Maybe I can wrap it, mummify it a little. I don't know whether that's particularly safe. We'll see how it goes. But maybe I can stick it in there a bit better. Do some papier-mâché with this masking tape. JST is a family of connectors, unfortunately. Okay, so that must have been my problem. Yeah, what should I be looking for the little tiny clippy white ones that normally clip into these boards? I will find it on AliExpress and get it to me. DuPont connectors? Oh, okay. Is that what they are? I thought DuPont connectors were like the Arduino ones. Is that wrong? I could be wrong. Probably wrong. If you pull the white surrounds off the board with some pliers, you can just use the pins. You'll get much better connection that way. Just use the pins as in these connectors will work. This type connector. Will that work if I pull the white thing off? Does it just pull off? Really? I'll give that a go. Have you been experiencing some issues where the hot end leaks from the top? No. Is this on Alexander? Is this on the Hemera or is this on the CR-10S5? Because I have some ideas about what that might be if it's the CR-10S5. I need some pliers. DuPont is the Arduino. Okay, yeah. So this isn't. They're not the same as the Arduino. Also, hello, Alexander. Hot glue is the best glue. See, I used to hate hot glue because in the early days of the internet, all the sewing tutorials online were like no sew cushion or whatever, and people would just stick fabric together with hot glue, which is a horrible way to make anything out of textiles. Never hot glue textiles. And so I had this like this irrational hatred for all things hot glue. And I'm learning now that I'm getting more into this realm with the 3D printing and slowly into electronics and other things, that yeah, hot glue is not the devil. It's actually got some really good functions. But those functions are not sewing. I'm gonna see if I can if this just pulls off. Nah, it doesn't want to come off. I don't want to break it. It looks like I might have to pull the board out to pull that off. So we'll just go with my papier-mâché trick. We'll try that. And I'm pretty sure we said the thermistor doesn't have a positive and negative. It should just be like a resistor. Yes, a thermal resistor. We learnt this last time. Eric taught us this. Thermistor is thermal resistor. So I just got to plug it in nice and firm. DuPont is not interchangeable with JST. Ah. Oh yes, so these are not DuPont, so we should be fine. Build up the proper thickness with tape. I like your thinking. Today I made a +1 for hot glue. I could get the hot glue gun. Where's that? It's just behind me. I don't use it very often. They're definitely not DuPont. But they have the correct pitch. Will fit, but will not clip in. Yeah, that sounds right. Ender 3, but the same hot end as CR-10. Okay, cool. It's just pressure fit onto the pins. If you pull it off, the pins stay in the board and you can use the DuPont connectors currently on the wires. All right, I'll give it one more go. I'll give it another pull. And a little bit of a wiggle. I just don't want to break it. Oh yeah, I think that's coming off. Oh. Ah, lovely. Okay, that worked. Thanks, Alexander. Was it Alexander? Steve. Thanks, Steve. All right, that does look a little firmer. Clip that down over the top. That does seem firmer. Oh, Steve, look at you go. You're a legend. Thank you. That helps a lot. I might leave the little white connector-y doodad in there. Did I? Where did I put that? It just disappeared from my hand. Did anyone see where I put that? Did I put it back in here? Is it just hiding? Nope, I've lost it forever. Trust me to have it in my hand and just gone, disappeared from memory. Yes, I need a kit of various JST connectors. All right, I'll look for one of those in AliExpress. That seems like it would be something that would be handy for a while. G'day, Billy. Hey, Kathy. How's work? I hope it's all right. I know you've been struggling there lately. I hope it's all right. Worry about you. I still hate hot glue for most things, says Today I Made, but it has its uses, like here for one. Thanks. Yes, I feel like I'm learning it has its place. It has its place. That is correct. They don't have a positive and negative, says Zolan. Hey, Zolan, lovely to see you. How's your road trip plans going? That sounds exciting. I'm not 100% sure, Billy, but it seems like you just need a JSTXH. Beautiful. Thank you. Hopefully YouTube will actually keep these comments this time. Last time it seemed to disappear them, even though I said keep the comments, so I'm not really sure. So hopefully it will keep it this time. Otherwise I might DM you on the Discords after the fact, and I will search AliExpress for that kind of thing. Cool. Thank you. Yes, no problem, says Steve. Thank you again. Any ideas as to the problem? It literally leaks leaks over melted plastic. Yeah, okay, so Alexander, with your hot end leaking plastic, it is likely that potentially when you screwed in a new nozzle, the hot tightening procedure wasn't done in the correct order. So it's very, very specific about how you should tighten a hot end. And the reason is when you screw in the nozzle, it has to sit up against a thing on the inside called a heat break, which is like another thing that is screwed into the top. So you have your hot end block, the bit that gets hot, and you have the heat break, which is hot on the bottom and cool on top, hopefully. And that's where, yeah, so it doesn't clog up your nozzle and leak out. So anyway, heat break goes into the hot end block, and so does your nozzle. And you need the base of the heat break, which is screwed into that block, to touch and be really firm with, well, quite firm, not overly firm. You don't want to tear the threads, but pretty firm against that nozzle. And if you screw the nozzle in the whole way first, and then screw in the heat break, you end up probably not with it touching. So you need to screw the nozzle in with just like a few mil gap between the nozzle and the heat block, and then you screw in the heat break, and it should screw all the way down and into it, and then you hot tighten it. So you crank your machine up to the highest temperature it can go, and you tighten those things in together while it's really hot, and then it shouldn't happen anymore. There's a really, really great video from, I think it's called, yeah, from Hobby Hoarder. It's Hobby Hoarder. If you YouTube Hobby Hoarder and your hot end explained, it will explain to you how the whole hot end works, and also give you instructions on how to properly install a nozzle. And I think likely if it's leaking from the top, that's probably what's happened. It'll either cause a clog or that will happen if that procedure isn't 100% correct. It's very specific and really finicky and annoying, but he does a really great explanation of it with like props and everything. So Hobby Hoarder, your hot end explained. It's something along those lines. You'll find it. Yeah. Cool. And it's gone. Yeah, Today I Made. Yes, gone. Don't know where it is. Ah, Paul, you think you heard it fall? Okay, I will have a hunt a little later. Lovely to see you though, Paul. How you doing? I feel like I hardly ever get to chat to you on Matt's calls now. You're so quiet, but it's always good to see you. Ice cube trays are handy to keep screws and whatnot when you're doing this stuff. Yeah, I have a tray right here. I just didn't use it. ADHD, whoa. So I might put it closer to my hand. Actually, I'll use this little ramekin. I like this ramekin. It's got like a nice heavy base. So if I knock it, you know, it doesn't fall over. So I'll use this one. This one's good. Oh, you dropped it in the enclosure somewhere, it seems. Yeah, cool. Okay, well, as long as it's in there, that's where I was thinking it should live, where I'd find it again. So maybe it's just underneath the board. Anyway, I was thinking I might just tape it to the side, but that seems good. What do we got? Oh, Zolan, it's gonna be interesting. We're doing a puppy delivery. How exciting! New puppy. That's wonderful. Oh, thank you, Simple Electronics. You're a legend. This is super complex, says Alexander. Yeah, don't go with my verbal diarrhea. Go watch that video. It is much cleaner explanation with good props and good explanations. Yeah, my little word vomit was probably not all that helpful. But I think that's probably the thing. And if you can't find a video, jump onto my Discord. There should be a link in the description, and remind me, and I will send you a link to it after this. Oh, thank you, Jamie. Thank you for the AliExpress link. That's wonderful. Power Weasel. Hey, Billy. Hey, Power Weasel. How you doing? Zolan says, and when you go to take it apart, remember to heat it to the same temperature you tightened it at, or you risk snapping something. Yes, good point, Zolan. Thanks so much, says Alexander. Recently got my ender and it's been bothering me. Thanks very much. Yeah, you're very welcome. It's a very, very common issue. So hopefully that's the case. That's the fix, because it's very, very common. If the video doesn't help, I might ask on Discord, but I don't know where the link is. The Discord link should be in the description. If it's not, let me know, and I will fix that up. Right, yes, nice CR-30 there. Yes. Do you think the Hemera would be compatible upgrade for that? Any thoughts on direct drive for the print mill? Not sure. The print mill? It's not already direct drive. I just had this moment of, is it direct drive? It's not direct drive. I'm not sure. I'd have to kind of see that it fit. It's all very complex in there, and I would probably have to compare the two. I'm not sure on that one. Sorry, Rye. Zolan at Alexander, with the end of the series, put only one turn of the nozzle into the heat block. Just push the FEP through the coupler until it hits the nozzle, tightening the coupler, and then heating up and tighten the nozzle. Ooh, I hope that makes sense when you read it back, because I'm reading it out loud and it just doesn't make sense to me. Sorry, Zolan. I think it's probably me though. Andre, new friend from Portugal here. Thanks for the great help getting started with 3D printing. You're so welcome. I had a lot of struggle when I started 3D printing, so I like sharing my knowledge in case it helps other people on their journeys, because yeah, I did struggle quite a lot when I was starting out. Yeah. So one of these cables ended up undone, and I don't know where it went, but I'm pretty sure it was this TH2. I'm pretty sure it's the thermistor for the... No, wait, this is the fan. This is the fan. Where's the fans at? Yeah, it's here. Are you fan 1 or fan 2? I think it was the bottom fan, but I'm not sure. Maybe it was the top one. Probably should have taken a picture last time. Well, we'll know if the fan is working or not. That's pretty obvious. So I might do this, like, pull out the little white bit again. And I will leave it in that box. No, we'll put it in here. We said we would. Where is it gone? Yes. Where'd it go? Where'd my spare cable? There we go. And the fan does have a positive and negative, and it says positive there, which I'm assuming is the red cable. So we'll put the positive on the red and plug her in there. And that is all the cables for the hot end. So I'm kind of terrified of the power supply and powering it on when my fingers are anywhere near that. So what I'm going to do is strap the power supply to the side here, and then turn this machine over so I can't see the power supply, and then turn it on, plug it in and turn it on, and then we'll try heating up the hot end again. So that's what I'm going to do now. You can move your micro Swiss from the S5 over to the print mill. I suppose I could, but the print mill just works, you know? Like I'm reluctant to mess with a working system. It honestly is just so good out of the box. Which, yeah, given my experience with this CR-10 S5, I wasn't really surprised, because I knew Naomi, it was her baby, you know. I know Naomi was very, very passionate about it and making it a really good machine. So I wasn't super surprised that it was really awesome, but yeah, it wasn't my previous experience with Creality, I suppose. But yeah, it just works. I'm really reluctant to change anything about that machine, because it just functions really well. So I kind of... yeah, I'm pretty happy to just keep it how it is. I suppose I could put the micro Swiss maybe on my Delta. Not that I've ever had troubles really with extrusion on there either. I will save it. I will save the micro Swiss for a special occasion, because yeah, I am upgrading to the E3D Hemera, which is very exciting. Very, very exciting. Yeah, direct drive should be great. I'm looking forward to it. Flexibles will be really fun. Yeah. For more information on what kind of fun I'm hoping to have with flexibles, see the Not Safe for Work post of my Discord. Oh, Zolan says, yes, you can put an E3D Hemera on it. A few of us have done that already, but it loses a bit of the build volume. Ah, there you go. Loses a bit of the build volume, and it's possible. There you go. There's your answer. Alexander says, join. Thanks very much. Also like to say the energy is very contagious. Also, thanks, Zolan. Ah, I'm glad the energy is contagious. I hope it's good energy, not bad energy. But yeah, that Discord is a very wholesome little place. It's my happy place. It's been my happy place for many moons now, even when I've found other things overwhelming. I recently stepped down from being an admin on the 3D printing Discord because yeah, I just felt I wasn't being particularly useful there. And I don't want to just camp a position for no reason. But I was just finding everything a little overwhelming. But the little 3D printing community that I have, my little Discord, is it's just so wholesome and lovely. So thank you to everyone who's there and who makes it so special and comfy, just comfy. Thank you all. I really, really appreciate it. It honestly is one of 2 Discords I go on. That's it. Really. I go on other ones, I pop in and out, but they're the 2 that I spend all day, every day on. Yeah, so I've secured this a little bit. We're good. I'm just gonna turn it over so I can't touch it. Just kind of freaks me out. I don't really play with power all that often, and this is all mains and in Australia, so scary mains. So yes, we'll plug this in here. We've got I wonder. No, that's just the extruder, isn't it? Extruder, yes. So plug that in there. I don't think that actually needs to be plugged in, but we'll do it for posterity's sake. Posterity? Posterity. Not actually sure how that word's pronounced or spelled. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Yeah, I'm a pretty firm believer in that, Joel, because I'm not a tinkerer, as you can see by my struggling through anything I have to do build-wise. I'm not much of a tinkerer. I very much enjoy using the machines, but this is hard for me. That's why I have you all here helping me. Yeah, Ryan, obviously do what I'm doing. Use a micro Swiss in your own 3D printed design. I think I'm a little far off there, but I am working on an upgrade that will allow a 3D printer to be used to make felt items, like fuzzy felt, like fabric-y fuzzy felt. So you'll be able to make 3-dimensional felted items, which I'm very, very excited about. And the wonderful Nicholas Seward is helping me a little bit with that. He's a legend. I interviewed him a couple of weeks ago. He made all the crazy arm printers, that they look like a spider and they move around. They are so cool. He is such a brain. So that's really worth a watch. Yeah, and I'm glad I have him helping me because I have no idea what I'm doing. Billy Rubin, your keyboard needs some pudding caps for more RGB goodness. I used to have pudding caps, but I gave them to my housemate because they were black on the bottom, or black on the bottom, I think, and I like the white on this one. But I probably should get some more. Today I made, for the longest time, I thought flexibles wouldn't be a thing since my printers are Bowden. Turns out I can print just fine with the right settings. Oh, there you go. Every time I've tried flexibles on these, just find new and creative places to spool out of, like just unwind. I think I'm also learning that the flexible I was trying to use is really flexible, and some flexibles are not as flexible as you think. I don't know. Anyway, Cybertech Cafe, 22 volts. Australia is 240 is Australia. Anyway, I plugged it in, turning it on. And let's see, it is waking up. And we're gonna do some temperature. Preheat. Yes. Oh no, we don't wanna, oh yeah, extruder. Yeah, we'll do the extruder. We'll preheat that to, let's just take it to 60 and see if the error happens again. I think it's working! It was just unplugged. The error happened before this last time. Yay! So I think it was just unplugged. Alright, let's crank it right up. Oh, actually, I'll turn it off for now. I'll go and get all the pieces I need to screw it in. Yes, we're just turned off for now. And I'll grab the Titan doodads, tightening things. Yes, I need those. Yeah. Oh, I think I put it in my Hemera box. I have my little work in progress Hemera box, and I put all the tools in there knowing I would need them. So here they are. I got these. I got this. I better check the instructions one more time because it's been a couple of weeks since I read them. So we'll open those up and make sure I am doing it right. Yes, let's do that. Oh, cool, Chris. Thanks. Send me a link to the putting caps. Look who's live streaming, says Make a Smash Up. Yeah, I've been doing it a little bit, and I think this format suits me better than the videos. I like the videos because I can be really structured about what I'm saying, but also there's such a like I spend so much time on them, and I just want to get content out a bit more quicker. So this is fun. I'm really enjoying this, and it helps me make stuff because otherwise, you know, I get stuck on things. Thankfully I have the Discord and people are very lovely there and will help me put things together. But yeah, I get stuck. Oh, I think this is that's the one we need in a minute. Assembly guide. If you're worrying about things unplugging, use a hot glue gun. Yeah, I was thinking about it, but you know, I might want to change stuff later. So I was liking that zip tie idea. I have some zip ties, so I think I'll just zip tie this in here, and it won't. Hopefully that'll hold it. Hot tightening. Yes, hot tightening is the last mechanical step and is essential in order to seal the nozzle and heat break together, ensuring molten plastic doesn't leak out of the hot end, which is what we were talking about before, Alexander, if you're still around. Using the printer's control software or LCD screen, set the temperature to the highest it can and wait for roughly 1 minute and for all the components to equalize in temperature. All right, let's do this. I need to put it somewhere. Did the fan turn on before? I don't think it did, but it might not have got hot enough. All right, we're gonna crank this up to the highest it can go. There we go, and I'm just going to sit it there for now, and then we're going to hot tighten it. What we're going to do is we're going to hold this nozzle, this heat block, and also tighten the nozzle. And I should get one of those wonderful torque wrenches that Eric sells, but I have these for now. Coffeeology, yay, I made the live stream, yay, you made the live stream, Coffee. Lovely to see you. If you get ambient temps, it should be good. Yes, I'm getting ambient temps, so yay. What do we got? Oh, I can smell it. Something's happening. I can definitely smell, like, you know, that smell of it warming up for the first time. A local retired engineer was on their 9th printer design. Some of the interesting ones were 10's Greddy based one, an upside down one, an acrylic frame one, and a prototype for the Mod T. Wow, that's amazing. Maybe you should introduce me to that person. That sounds like it could be a cool meter maker. Cybernet Cafe, so much work installing the tough extruder. Interesting. There you go. When the problem with live streaming is that it turns into a BS session and nothing ever gets done. Pangs of angst right now. I've gotten stuff done, and honestly, it's more than I got done on my own. So, well, yeah, I mean, I didn't even get the firmware done on my own, so I'm feeling like this works for me quite well. Are we hot? Are we hot? No, we're not hot yet. We're at 223, so we're gonna keep waiting. We will keep waiting. I feel like the fan should be going, but maybe it won't yet. Maybe it's not autumn magic. Definitely warming up. I was just putting my hand near it. I wasn't touching it, just so you know. As a kid-friendly quiet form factor, the Mod T was a great showpiece for STEM lab activities. Neat. Very cool. Cybernet Cafe saying they have that in spades, the distractions on the live streams. Yeah. I mean, it's fun. It's fun. Although Billy was a great guest and kept us moving on. Aw, thanks, Joe. Thank you. See you later. I'm off to work. See you, Kathy. I hope work goes well. So as long as you're sitting, no pants required. I never wear pants unless I have to. Actually, it's been weird working at work and wearing pants because, you know, I'm in sort of a workplacey kind of environment. What do you call it? Like a shop environment, you know, like there's machines, so I need to wear pants. It's very weird because I haven't worn pants in many years. I actually got rid of all of them. I was just like, just dresses. That's what I'm gonna have. My whole wardrobe will be dresses. I won't have tops and I won't have pants except for one outfit for going to the gym. My rock climbing gym. Yeah, that's all I had for years. Because, you know, a dress is so great. You just pull one garment out of the wardrobe and that's it. That's all you need. One garment. It's great. So yeah, I haven't worn dresses for a very long time, but I will. I'm getting used to it. It's just weird having my thighs wrapped in fabric. So weird. If you're over 50C, it should have kicked on. So maybe I've got the fan in the wrong spot. Yeah, okay. Should I maybe turn this off? Oh, I suppose there's no filament in there, so it's not gonna do any damage right now. Is it? Maybe I should turn it off. Let's turn it off. Let's plug the fan into the other fan hole. And then we'll just hot tighten it. We'll hot tighten it now. I mean, it's already heated up. So 71. Yeah, we're close. All right. So we are tightening it. Like yay. Oh wait. We hold it here, and we got to be careful. You can't see anything I'm doing. Yeah. Suppose you can look on the mini screen. So I'm holding it here around the heat block. Wonder if I can. I think that's not going to be much better. Oh, if I move the bed? Yeah, there we go. There we go. So I'm holding it here around the heat block with this one, and then I'm going to tighten the nozzle with this one. Whoop. And tightening is the other direction, so we're gonna do a bit of that. Oh, and that gets hot very quickly. I'll use this little one. That's just a little more finicky. Oh, is that too small? It's too small. This one. Oh, that's the wrong way. Oh dear. Come on, Billy. I just made it worse. It's me all the time. Oh, that worked just before. Oh, here. Too hot? Cold? No, we good. Okay, this is the little nozzle. It's got lots of different nozzle sizes on there. I think this is the one I want. Nope, too small. Okay, we do definitely need to use the sticky one. We're just gonna wait for it to cool down just slightly. Alright, just undo it. Undo. Okay, and hold it in the right position and tighten it. Yeah, and you don't want to over tighten it, as I said before. That would be bad. And oh, it's hot again. Okay, that is it hot tightened. We're good. I'm gonna turn this off now. Can I turn it off? Yeah, it's gonna go back down to low temperature again, and I might just try plugging that fan in and we'll see if we can get that working. Yes, I'm not sure if maybe that's a firmware thing. Yeah, give me a like. Zolon is being my like champion. Thank you, Zolon. We have 44 watching and 28 likes. All you should like. Please, the YouTube algorithm hates me. I'm still not being paid by them. I still get $0 from YouTube, which is why I got a real job, actually. Because that YouTube career, not viable, we learned. Not viable. So we're waiting for that to cool down. Yeah, I'm a bit weirded out by the lack of fan going on. I think it's probably I plugged it in wrong. Wow, that's a soundbite. I never wear pants unless I have to. I mean, yeah, wouldn't you be the same? They're weird. Heat creep into the gear assembly. Oh, whoops. Okay, yeah, I probably should have turned it off. Well, it's off now. Hopefully I didn't break it. Ryan. Oh, I missed my rock climbing gym. I haven't got to it. I had just got into it before COVID hit. Yeah. Oh, you poor love. Here in Australia, we've been very lucky with the COVID situation. Really, really lucky. Yes, we've been doing very, very well. So I've actually been able to pick it up during COVID. Yeah. Lord Helix, whoop whoop, build stuff. Yes, we are. Right now I'm waiting for it to cool. So I am talking to the audience. Cybernet Cafe, just be careful of the leverage. You could shear it off. Yeah, I don't know that I possess that level of strength. I always get confused with the like firmly tighten something, but don't over tighten it thing, because like I feel like most of these guides are written by guys, and their version of firm and my version of firm are probably really different. So I never really know, but I always err on the side of caution and just do it until it feels right for me, and hope for the best. And so far I haven't had any leaks, so I guess that's fine. But I really do want to get one of the beautiful torque wrenches that Eric and sells, because yeah, 3D Pakistan, because that would be really cool. I think that would be good. Techniac, morning Billy. Hey Techniac, lovely to see you. Doing 3D build / maintenance on stream absolutely requires a camera person actively moving for shots. No matter where you set the camera, it's always blocked. I completely agree, and if YouTube paid me any money, I might be able to hire someone else, but as of the moment, I'm still bleeding money into this YouTube career thing, so that'll be a future goal. A future goal. There'll be more likes if the button wasn't hidden on mobile or the chat was open. Fair, dudes. I wish I could fix that. Oh, it takes a while before YouTube really starts making money for you. Yeah, I think I just was overambitious. Zolan, I'll try to be back on later. I need to finish something up with a day job. All right, see you, Zolan. Lovely to see you. I'll be here for another hour or so. Joe Driver, I'm sure it's still okay. Large mass to heat up through that heat break. Fingers crossed. YouTube's been getting consistently worse over the past few years, really hating on any small channels and raising the bar of what is small all the time. Yeah, I feel that. And here in Australia, it's actually illegal to do an unpaid internship. You have to be paid for your work regardless. And I fail to see how YouTube demanding you work for free for a long time before you get paid is anything other than an unpaid internship. So I'm actually not sure how they get away with it. And even it being optional, like you don't have to do the unpaid internship. That doesn't make it legal. So I'm not sure. I actually, yeah, want to investigate it a bit more because I think it's crap. Anyway. That might be another soundbite. My version of firm and their version of firm might be different. It just feels fine to me. Oh, this is the best stream. Thanks, Alexander. I feel like I'm rambling a little. Up to 40 likes, but 50 watching. Hey, well done, everyone. Good job with the likes. That's like more than 10. Is there a Patreon? Is Patreon an option for you? It is indeed, Andre, and there should be a link in the description. If not, let me know and I'll put one there. But yes, I do have Patreon. Yes. What are we at now? 121. It's taking its sweet time to cool down, probably because there's no fan. Maybe I blow on it. Is that really annoying in your ear? I'll stop that. Yeah. You aren't an employee of YouTube, you're a user that uses YouTube and the YouTube compensates. See, I think that's pretty debatable, right? Because we all know that it's kind of a job. I feel like it's debatable. I feel like it could be taken to court. I don't know. I kind of want to, because I feel like, yeah, it's bull dust. YouTube internship. Yeah, I feel like that's what it is though. If you're unpaid, it's like an internship. Kai says, good morning, Billy. Good morning, Kai. Is it 12 volt or 24 volt? As in the Hemera? Not sure. I just told them what machine I had, and this is the one they sent me, which was for free. So by the way, thank you E3D for sending me this to have a play with. It's very exciting. Yes, and I hope to do many cool things with it, with my direct drive, flexibles, and like fast things. I'm looking forward to it a lot. I think it should be really, really good. So yes, thank you E3D for sending me this for free. You know, free with the caveat that I do this kind of thing with it. So this is what I'm doing. Oh, which I should mention, I did the firmware sort of off camera because I thought I would need to play with it a bit, because I'm really, really not confident with firmware. I feel like I can plug things in okay and muddle my way through, but firmware kind of terrifies me. So the way I did the firmware for this machine in particular, the E3D guide is slightly different because it's for a CR-10 normal or an Ender 3 or an Ender 3 Pro, which are all much more common machines than this machine, and Creality has made this machine a bit different to all of those. So I kind of had to like cobble my way through a little, and Eric Cederberg helped me a little. So what I did was I jumped on the TH3D firmware and downloaded that one. And then I found all the locations where it talked about E-steps and changed the E-steps the same ones as in the guide. for the Ender Pro. And then I found all the things that were X home location or Y home location, and I changed those according to this guide as well. And I changed the default axis steps per unit, which was line 30. And I think that's all the things I changed, and then we flashed it, and it should be good now. Yes, because I tried it with the Ender firmware from here, and that wasn't working because my board is different, so it was all a bit jumbled. But the TH3D firmware worked. I should have just gone that route originally, but I was like avoiding it because TH3D doesn't really like me, I think. He thinks I'm only popular because I make porn. So yeah, do with that what you will. I would like to have the opportunity to tell him that that's not true, because most people don't even realize I make porn. So anyway, so I avoided going straight to TH3D and Tim's website, but I did end up there in the end. So may as well use the information. Other countries puzzle me because I'm in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, and especially internships for us, they don't really exist. Yeah, they shouldn't exist here either. The terms and conditions make it clear. No one reads it though. Yeah, so technically I get they have terms and conditions and stuff, but you can't write terms and conditions that are illegal here in Australia. Like, you can't write a contract that goes against legality. And if you're paying someone for something, then it has to be, then it's a kind of employed relationship, whether it's a subcontractor or whatever. It's a kind of employment relationship. So yeah, like, I don't know that it's been looked at properly enough. I don't know. Not a lawyer, but I feel like morally, ethically, it's wrong. Simple electronics. I'm finally making report on taxes type income from YouTube. Been about a year now, but I'm still in negative. Oh, wow. There you go. We'll start our own YouTube with blackjack and hookers. I like that plan. It would be nice to be a little more free to talk about certain topics like sexuality on YouTube. Yeah, anyway, they're not paying me yet, so I can talk about whatever I want. Chris, I believe the printer is 24 volt and the first gen CR-10 was 12 volt. There you go. I was lucky. RepRap firmware is easy to set up. Oh, nice. Cool. That's good to know. For that Duet. Oh, you have a Duet. How wonderful. Oh, Anthromod says, okay, I joined the Patreon. Thank you, Anthromod. That's so lovely of you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's really, really lovely. Yeah, I did run the E3D firmware. I just made the changes for the Hemera. There's a couple of things, E-steps and stuff that need changing. So that's what I did. Cyberdeck Cafe. Yeah. What's wrong with making porn? I don't know. Ask Tim. I am smart with my extra hobbies. I think so. It's just all my hobbies. I just have too many. Didn't Facebook pull out of Oz because of the laws? Sort of. It was like this temporary ban thing, and the laws are bullshit. Those laws that they were talking about, that they were protesting, totally bullshit laws. So I get Facebook doing that. It was kind of amusing though. Enough rambling. What's the temperature? 58. All right, that's fine. Let's turn you off. I don't even know why I kept it on, because we don't have the fan working, so what does it even matter? Anyway, we will turn this over. Oh, we will unplug it first. Turn it off. And unpluggerino it. Yes, and then turn it over. Especially if I'm going to be drinking water near it. Oh my god, it terrifies me. Anyway. Move this back. Okay, so don't need that anymore. We've done our hot tightening. Put these over here for now. Clang, clatter, bang, crash. Yes, we'll do this. I wonder if there's a command I can say to turn the fans on from the menu. That would be handy. Otherwise I have to get Pronterface open, I think. I don't really want to. Oh. This worked before. Have I stripped this whole... No. Didn't have it in right. Hey Billy, late to join the stream. Hey Lee, lovely to see you. Don't worry about being late. All I've done so far is say that I flashed the firmware off screen, off camera in the interim between the last session and this session, and I fiddled with the plugs because my thermistor had come loose, and that's why I was getting that temperature error. And I hot tightened the nozzle, and now we're here. Stuff takes longer when you're talking all the time. I'm sure this will be quicker to set up at home for other people who are, yeah, doing the E3D Hemera. Yes, I'm sure it will be quicker for other people who aren't rambling at an audience as they go. Yeah, okay, so we're going to try the other fan port. I kind of had this weird feeling it was that one. I don't know why I plugged it into the other one. Anyway, we're going to try that one. Come out. And what we're doing is we're just removing these little white connectors, which was a suggestion from the audience, which is very handy because now these connectors actually fit. So that is great. And the fan, positive is red, negative is black. If that's wrong, please tell me, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. I'm pretty sure this is one thing I know. So I'm plugging it in that way. And I'm sure E3D has that correct. I don't think they would get that wrong. They have very high quality standards. And even if they had it wrong, I think the fan would just run backwards and it wasn't running at all. So I'm pretty sure I just had it in the wrong spot. All right, let's pop it back in. Let's try heating it up again and see if the fan turns on. And if not, then I guess we maybe assemble the rest and start a print, and maybe the fan will turn on with a print. Oh, why is this not fitting anymore? What have I done? What's in our way? What's in our way? That? Get you in nice and firm. Alright, try again. Try again. Okay, there we go. Open cup of water or coffee near the project table adds a sense of danger. Yeah, this is part of the reason I have these little shelves around me, is to put tea and coffee on, because I will, like, unless I have a specific spot for my tea and coffee that is far away from my elbows and accidental reach zone, I will definitely spill that tea and coffee. I used to do it every day at work until I bought this little saucer that I kept in a certain spot on my desk that was out of reach. You know, I couldn't accidentally knock it when I was moving my mouse or whatever. Because, yeah, I would spill it every day with my cup of tea. Yeah, so that's part of the reason I have these little ledges. It's also really good because you can still have knickknacks on your desk without it actually cluttering up your desk. And I feel like mess needs a seed. You know, there's the thing that starts the mess. And if that is not on your desktop, then you'll always have a desktop that is easy to return to a blank slate. So I keep these little shelves up around my desk. And it's really handy having a desk against a bookshelf. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but it's great. You can put your monitors there, you can put all your knickknacks on there, you can have all your like stationery and handy tools and stuff all within arm's reach, and you also still have a desk clear. It is really awesome, and I highly suggest putting your desk up against bookshelves, because you can have all your stuff stacked here and all your stuff stacked here that you use all the time, and it's really, really helpful. It sounds like a small thing, and it sounds kind of crazy to have your shelves covered by your desk, but you can reach them easily. Like, it's rare that you would get a desk that was deeper than 70 centimeters or so. You know, a couple of feet. Yeah, can reach all the stuff fine. A healthy respect and a bit of fear of electricity is a good idea. It is stingy and wants to kill you. Yes, I feel similarly. It would be amazing to start offsetting labor costs as well, but I'm about half the size I need to be. I think with the YouTube thing, what I learned is, what I should have done is team up with someone, you know, like team up with a few people and start a channel together at the same time, so that we could always have content coming out, but, you know, each of us are not stressed to try and do something every week or whatever, you know, like, so we could have really quality content coming out all the time, but not be losing our minds with stress. So that's what I think. If I was doing this again, I would team up with 3 other people who I knew were cool and start a channel together. Yes. I'm going to... I'm just going to investigate and see if I can turn the fan on. Don't think I can. Fan settings. Oh, here we go, fan speed. Fan speed. Oh, yes, that's working now. The fan is working. Oh, it's very strong actually. I could feel it all the way from over here. Yeah, okay, so the fan is working. I just had it in the wrong spot. Beautiful. So that is good. How do I turn it off? Fan. Off. Beauty. It's off now. Cool, yay! Oh, you know what? I think we assembled all the hardware. How good is that? So now we just got to attach it to there. So I might close up the rest of this box because we know that's working now. And then we can attach it to the printer. Oh my God, how exciting. That is so great. Yeah, wow, cool. Oh, I will turn this off. I'll turn this off and unplug it. Getting myself all excited. I mean, I'm not diving in there again, but still, don't love the idea. Oh, Simple Electronics says, I tried throwing my influence around to get you subscribers, but I don't have that much influence. Oh, you helped immensely. There were so many people who said they came from that video. So don't sell yourself short. You make amazing content, and yeah, you've got clout. You got the influences. You are influential. Yes, definitely. I was wondering, since you're associated with Zach Friedman, which is your favorite project he made? Says Alexander. Oh, definitely his Power Glove. Oh, not Power Glove. What's it called? But the glove and the headset. I'm so sorry, Zach, if you're watching. I know you sometimes do. Please comment the correct titles in the description, in the comments, because I'm a nightmare. Very scatterbrained. This is a lot of mental energy doing this for me and talking to you at the same time. It's great, but it's a lot of mental energy. Anyway, those are definitely my favorites. So for anyone who hasn't seen Zach's stuff, freaking incredible work. And two of his projects are an awesome headset display. So it has a little glass bit that you can see through, but it also projects like a screen onto it, kind of like a Google Glass, except custom. And so that's just cool on its own, but he has coupled it with a glove that you can wear where you write letters in mid-air. So, you know, A, B, C, etc. And it will recognize that as text, and that's how you input into the computer, which I just think is the coolest freaking thing to exist. Yeah, that is just wild to me. And even more wild is the whole AI, whatever you want to call it, learning algorithm thing that allows him to do that is actually stored on the Arduino Tinsy on the glove. It's not like powered by some supercomputer somewhere in the background. It is all on that tiny little Arduino, which is just wild. I don't know. It just blows my mind that that's even possible. Yeah, so definitely I think that is my favorite project of his. It's very impressive in my mind. Partially because I don't know how it's done. But I still think even if I did, I would be impressed. I just think that is wild. So wild. Yes. Yay, fans up. Ah, are we all fanning out about Zach Friedman? Woo! Oh, we're talking about the fan. The fan working. Yes. Yes. I'm definitely a fan of Zach Friedman, but I'm also a fan of the fan working on this build. Yes, if you haven't seen Zach Friedman, he is a rapidly rising YouTube star. I think he's going to be in the likes of Michael Reeves and William Osman by the end of the year. I'm calling it now. He already got his silver play button, and I think he's going to end up, yeah, flying around with them, doing wacky crap by the end of the year, I think. I would be very surprised if not. Yes. We have an Australian YouTuber kind of like them down here called I Did a Thing. And he just makes the most ridiculous things like, you know, a hot tub for birds or a giant Beyblade made out of a saw that he uses to kind of dismantle a druggie's house. It's crazy. Craziness. But yeah, I quite like that really fun, insane, completely pointless style of making. Like just so much energy put into making something that like doesn't really serve a super functional purpose. I just love it. It's like creative making, and I think it's really cool. I really enjoy it. The rest of my little, do we have a zip tie in here? We do have a zip tie in here. Oh no, those are not zip ties. They are whatchamacallit, hex keys. But I have a zip tie up behind me. I'm gonna zip tie these cables now so that they don't get bumped too much while we're doing the assembly type thing. There. Can't reach. No. I have a strange feeling I actually threw out my zip ties. Unless I put it in the soldering thing. Maybe I put it in the soldering thing. Not sure. Anyway, I have a cable tie, just like one of the ones you get in when you buy the computer monitor or whatever, and they wrap the cables in that. So this is just a piece of wire. I'm just going to use this for now because I don't know where my zip ties are. So we'll just make this nice and tight, and hopefully it'll fulfill a similar purpose. There we go. Alrighty, so now we're on to the final setup, which is just putting it on the machine, which I think should, hypothetically, go relatively smoothly. So I am following this guide. I will copy it over into the chat. There we go. And so we'll follow this guide. We'll follow this guide together. It should be pretty similar. The hardware, thankfully, or you know, the overall hardware of the CR-10 is pretty similar. I think they just changed boards and stuff quite a bit. It's kind of strange. Cyberdeck Cafe, 100k subs in like 6 months. Yeah, Zach is amazing. Like, very, very good. Hot tub for birds, I mean chicken in the pot. Yeah. So I don't know what cockatoo would taste like, or magpie. I'm not sure they'd be particularly tasty, and I much prefer them alive. Magpies are darling little things. They turn a bit evil in around breeding season, but they're very, very fun all the other times. And if you make friends with them outside of breeding season, they don't swoop you, and I really love them. They have a lovely little call. They're different to American magpies, so if you're thinking about American magpies, it's not the same. Our magpies are much like crows. But anyway, they have this beautiful song, and I really love magpies. I love a lot of dangerous animals, I think, though. I think anyone who knows me well probably knows that. But magpies aren't particularly dangerous. They're fine. Have I heard of Carl Bugager? No, I don't think so. Chuck a link to that in the Discord, and I'll check it out. I do think it's fantastic. Yeah, I totally agree. All 3D printers are pretty much the same. Doesn't feel that way. What channel for the hot end again? Sorry. So hobby hoarder, as in like I gather hobbies, hobby hoarder. And it's something like Your Hot End Explained or something along those lines. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's hobby hoarder. All right, let's do this. We got 40 minutes. We can do this. Gather printed parts, which I have pre-done. I have pre-done printed parts, thankfully. So they are sufficiently gathered. We have the mount part A, which is this one, mount part A. We have the mount part B, which is this one. And we have a part cooling fan duct. This one was kind of an interesting print because I didn't want to use, this is actually a tunnel in here, bit of a tunnel. Maybe I'll hold it down here. So yeah, in here is a tunnel. Yeah, tunnel is the right word. It's kind of a weird shaped tube. Yeah. And so I didn't want any support material in here because that's where the fan blows. So I was not sure how to print it. And I was like trying to work out the orientation, but if I did it like this, there's so many overhangs. So what I ended up doing was actually putting it up on supports. So all this back bit, this underneath bit was up on supports, and I printed it on the bed. Like if that was the bed, that's the way I printed it. So it's got kind of a weird texture down here, but I'm pretty sure this gets bolted onto something, so it'll hide that texture. And that meant I was able to print it without supports on the inside in here, which, yeah, I think is good. So I just did supports touching the build plate only. So if you go to print this yourself, I reckon that's the way to go. It also means that there's strength running in this direction, so this won't snap off. If you did it in another direction, it wouldn't have that much surface area connecting it. So I think that's probably the way to go. We'll find out. But I just thought I would explain my reasoning for printing it in that direction. Billy, you look at the one Geeky Faye designed for her Hemera project. Granted, she had to adjust for volcano hot end. No, I did not. I did not. Your hot end explain sounds off. Yes. A little bit. I might have that title wrong. I accidentally sometimes make things a little more fun than they are. Really thirsty today. Really, really thirsty today. Okay, let's get crack-a-lackin'. Crack-a-lackin'. Okay, remove the hot end guard. I think we've actually done a lot of this. So we need to remove that bit, which we've done. I will move the camera around so y'all can see. Maybe I'll move everything around. I'll move this closer to me. Like my segue music. All right, so we have to remove the hot end guard. That's this bit. Locate the 2 button head screws and that fasten the mount to the mounting plate. Unscrew the 2 screws that secure the guard to the mounting plate. Move the guard out of the way to allow access to the hot end. Done. We did that last time, I think, because I was digging around in there. Someone thought there might be a connector in here, but I was pretty sure there wasn't, and there wasn't, unfortunately. That would have made things a lot easier. Remove the hot end from the carriage assembly. So we're going to undo these screws and remove it. So we will do that now. I hope. Are you the way? Oh, of course I would drop the key that I'm pretty sure is the correct size. Got it. Okay, back. Yes, cool. This is the right one. So we are removing these, unscrewing these 2 screws. The printer is still unpowered and unplugged, by the way, everybody, just in case you're worried about me. Though I think there's no power going to this anymore anyway, because it's on the Hemera. So we are undoing this one. Let's focus a little, shall we? Yes, bit of focus, doesn't go astray. And we are going to put these in the little doodad. I hate support, says Make a Smash Up. I also hate supports, Make a Smash Up. We are the same. Cyberdeck Cafe says, like Billy's pink cherry pie. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. The lesser of evil prince orientation. Yeah, that's exactly what I feel like was. Oh, Maker's Mashup is making your own filament? That's exciting. Main camera is out of focus. I think I've fixed it now. Ish. Probably as good as it's gonna get. Yes. This video stream is helping me procrastinate finishing my linear rail project on my big printer. Yay, procrastination! I'm not worried, you got this, says Simple Electronics. Thanks, thank you. That's one thing that's been bugging me about getting started with 3D printing. I need a way to recycle supports and failed prints into filament. Totally agree, Andre. I can't see it, but here, on that wall there's a bunch of little tiny plastic containers, and I put all my waste in them, and then I munch them up with a bullet blender, like a kitchen bullet type blender thing. And then I save all the little powder bits, because one day I know I'm going to recycle it somehow. If it's not filament, I might turn it into sheets or something, and laser cut them, or I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to recycle them somehow, because I feel the same way. I don't like all the waste, and I really hate support material. And I don't do test prints very often. I just do the real one and hope it turns out. And I try and do a lot of upfront thinking to make sure it works. So yeah, really not a fan of the waste situation. Even though it's, you know, renewable and all that sort of stuff, it's still not great. Okay, rest the hot end guard on the bed. Carriage assembly should now have nothing attached to it but its wheels and belt. Hot end guard on the bed. Yeah, we're doing that. And it has nothing attached but the wheels and belt. Yeah. Okay, it's dusty. Let's... Cool. All right. So now we check the carriage assembly. Looking at the carriage assembly, this thing right here, you should find that the top two screws have the button head on the hot end side of the mount. Yes, they do. The bottom screw will be the other way around with the nylock nut on the hot end side of the carriage assembly. Yes, it is. Cool. Remove the guide wheels from the carriage assembly. Ooh, remove the 3 guide wheels from the carriage assembly. So that is these. Place these parts in a safe place so you don't lose them. Okay, so we're taking this whole thing off. All right, so we're undoing these. Undoing this. Maker's Mashup has contacted a producer of filament to make a short run of filament of his choosing. That is very exciting and very cool. Oh, this is just turning it. I need a little wrench. Oh, I'll move it this way a little. Yeah. I've never taken one of these off before. I'm undone now. Yeah, that seems very cool. What color did you pick? What's it gonna look like, Maker's Mashup? That sounds awesome. One day I'll be able to afford a new filament extruder. Yeah, that'd be awesome, Andre. I've looked at the fill extruder, but there's a lot of parts and it's kind of a lot of assembling stuff very much from scratch. And I'm just not confident enough in my own abilities to feel like I could put that together. Even though I would love to, and it's really cool and open source and all that sort of stuff, I don't think I have the skills there yet to put it together. I mean, you see me struggling to just add a little mount onto here. And this is like sort of constructing it from scratch. And I just don't think I'm there. I'd love for that to be the case, but I just don't think I am. Maybe one day though, when I do feel confident enough, I'd definitely be diving in because it's something I really want. Oh, I don't want to shred the outside of this. I feel like I am. I have some proper spanners. I'm gonna go get those before I ruin that bolt. Nut. 2 seconds. Hopefully one of these fit. It says 8. I'm a bit worried that that's still too small. Big. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Whoop. Ah, they're good. Oh, smallest one is just big enough. Yay! I wish we could make the same patterns like in Cura on Prusa Slicer. Are you talking about the custom patterns like my other video, Alexander? Or are you just talking about the normal infill patterns that Cura has? Or, yeah, what are you mentioning? If it's the custom patterns that I made a little tutorial for, I would love to see that anywhere, really. But I really think what I would love to see for that is, we're taking off all 3, aren't we? I'll just triple check that. Definitely taking off all 3. Remove the remaining guide wheels from the carriage assembly. Remove 3 guide wheels. Yeah, all 3. Yeah, if it's the one I'm talking about, like the video that I did, then I would really love to see a little software program that allows you to code your own patterns. I just think that would be so cool, like a Turtle Graphics kind of style thing that lets you code patterns in G-code. I think that would just be really, really cool. And then if it had some sort of little share option, you know, like a library so you could see other people's patterns, I think that would be so, so cool. Because like I did one and I used a Gosper curve, which I just downloaded an SVG of a Gosper curve. And a Gosper curve is like a repeating pattern that makes these little triangle sorts of shapes. And it's really lovely. But when you print it in a silk filament, it looks like glitter. Like it's really, really pretty. Oh, did I lose that? No, it's here. Oh, phew. Yeah, which is really, really pretty on the filament. So I think there's a lot to be explored there. And I think, you know, from a mechanical perspective as well, you could change the strength of stuff in that, along that axis. And I don't know, I just think there's a lot to be explored in changing the fill patterns for beauty and function. And yeah, I would love to see like a little Turtle Graphics thing where you're like, go left, you know, 2 millimeters, go up 2 millimeters, and then like be able to put some recurrence in there and some proper functions and stuff and code it kind of like Turtle Graphics in Python. I really want to see that happen. I don't know enough about coding yet, but I did get the coding book that Sophie recommended, the Python one. So that is sitting just over there. I'm going to start reading it on the bus. And yeah, maybe I can find maybe that can be my first solo project. We'll see. Maybe that's ambitious, but we'll find out. Okay, I think we're good. Sorry, just reading all the comments, making sure I haven't missed anyone. Okay, so we have removed complete guide wheel removal from carriage assembly. Remove all the remaining guide wheels from the carriage assembly. Have done that. Place Hermes mount. Oh, it's not Hermes anymore. The Hemera mount, part A, to the Ender 3 mounting plate. So we're using the CR-10, obviously. Okay, so I'm just triple checking I'm getting the right piece because I've forgotten what we called them. I should have put in words on them. Okay, so this one, part A. Part A. Put that on the mounting plate. What direction does it go? Maybe it's obvious when I try. Oh yeah, I think it must be these 3 holes. Oh yeah, it's all very obvious. It can only go that way. Yes, it can only go that way. All right, and now do I put the wheels back? Now I put the wheels back on. Yeah. Just triple check. I didn't skip anything. Want to get it right. Remove the wheels. Assemble. Slot in the top screw to hold it in place. Slot the top screw in to hold it in place. What's the top screw? Is that the bottom screw on the ender? No, it's just one of the top screws. All right, we will do that. So this one was the bottom. This one was the top. Yes, slightly different to the pictures, probably because this is an older style machine. This looks, yeah, I mean, that's the only way it can go. The only way. Wait. This, oh yes, I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, so it has to go, top 2 wheels should be assembled as follows. Screw, printed mount, metal mount, aluminium spacer, wheel, and nut. Okay. Screw, printed mount, metal mount, aluminium spacer is behind. I'm holding that. It goes here. And then the nut. Ooh. Okay. That's through. There we go. Then the spacer. Then the wheel. And then a nut. Like so. Wunderbar. Okay. I might just finger tighten all of these and then go back and oh, I can't even finger tighten it because it just keeps rotating. Maybe I can't finger tighten them. I have to do it the proper way a little. Okay. Where's my little wrench? Why did I put that away? Here we go. Thanks for joining me on this. It's honestly so much more fun, and it's like simultaneously more and less terrifying having people watch me, because like on the plus side, y'all can help me, and on the minus side, y'all see how incompetent I am at this sort of stuff. So it's like this weird in between. But yeah, I think it's good. I you know, have to get better at not being perfect at things. Not being perfect is fine. I need to keep telling myself this. And you know, I really enjoy hanging out with people, and this really helps me, I think, get stuff done. And yeah, it's cool because then you get to see how the Hemera goes together too, and just hang out. So we put the screw in, we put the spacer in, we put the wheel on, and we put the nut on. Whoop. I'm just kind of loose-ish tightening them, and then I'll come back later and tighten them all up when I have them all on, because I feel like probably important that I get them in the right position, given they have to ride in that sort of race thing. Slot. I don't know what that's called. Never use the free ones, you will strip the bolts. Never use the free hex nuts? Hex things? Now this is my kind of ASMR. Happy little busy squeaks. I'm not sure whether you're talking about me or the printer. This wheel goes this direction. It has a different spacer. I'm not sure what that's all about, but it went this way. I'm just check that it still wants us to do it in the same direction as it came out. Yeah. Bottom screw is assembled the opposite way, round to the top screws. Yeah. Bottom screw uses an eccentric nut in order to tension the wheel. Oh, okay, so that's why the nut's different. The shoot nut drops into the bottom hole, allowing correct location. I'll make sure that I'm getting that into the bottom hole. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. Got a little washer. Boop. Got a little nut. Boop. And my fingers are already grubby. Not sure I'll be able to get that in there. There we go. Okay. Very fiddly. Need smaller fingers. Yep. I think I got that. Am I just rotating it on my other finger? Probably. Should make sure these are in the slots, yeah. Oh, I probably shouldn't be tightening this one, should I? Yeah, I should probably tighten the top ones first. Make sure these are tight. Yes, that makes sense. I might hold it with this one and tighten with the wrench. Maybe that will be more effective. Okay. It's all still very wobbly. Not sure what I've done. Probably because I haven't finished the eccentric nut bit on the bottom. Not sure exactly how that works. Yeah, that's still wobbly. Okay. It got us. Nope. So we gotta. I must just have to tighten this a bit more than I have. It doesn't look anywhere near as tight as the other ones, so hopefully this tightens everything up. Is that wonky? It looks a little wonky. Have I wonkied it? I don't want to strip it. Maybe I'll take it off and on again. Oh no, it looks fine. It's just me. Just me. Tighten, tighten. Oh yeah, it's getting less wobbly. That must be it. This eccentric nut must be what holds it all nice and neat. And I seem to remember from stuff online that you don't want too much tension on here because it needs to still be able to race, and these things need to still move. I feel like it needs to be slightly more. Just slightly. Yeah, you should, I think from memory, you should be able to turn these and it should turn the thing, but only just. You only just want it doing that. So I'll just go slightly firmer. Yeah, okay. I think that's the right tension. We'll find out. That looks good though. That looks good. Beautiful. It's empowering personally. It's spending a ton of time unlearning perfectionism. Totally agree. Yes, I've definitely been able to achieve way, way more and way better actually since I've been trying to be less of a perfectionist. It sounds counterintuitive, but yeah, definitely have seen lots of life changes come good trying to be less perfect. Yeah, which is really, really great. And yeah, much less anxious as well. But you know, I'm a work in progress. I haven't totally cracked that nut entirely, but definitely loads better than I was years ago. Definitely. I'm gonna go. Amazing stream. Wish to stay longer, but it's 39 minutes to midnight. Oh dear. Good night. Thank you for staying. Yeah, we'll see you later. I'm probably gonna go another 15 minutes. Hopefully I can get it assembled in that time. I feel like we're pretty close. We're pretty close. This bit all looks a little bit, I don't want to say easy. I feel like that would curse it, but it feels all right. From the front side, place the nylock nut, fasten using a 10mm socket wrench. The same Allen key is used to fasten the head of the bolt. Oh, okay, so we were just doing that. They were using a socket wrench instead of my weird little wrench. Okay, if the mount feels wobbly after fully fastened, don't panic. This is where the eccentric spacer comes into play. You may need to raise the X gantry in order to use the spacer. Rotating the lead screw by hand is the easiest way to do this. Wouldn't want to do that on this one because there's 2 lead screws for the Z-axis, which is kind of tricky. Using a 10mm spanner, rotate the eccentric nut until you get a good tension on the new mount. So we've already done this. I didn't read ahead. I thought this was a different step. It's not. But I think I did exactly as I was told. Just didn't know I was told it yet. So fully assembled Hemera is what we need next. We need the Hemera part B, and we need the little M3 by 6mm bolts. The pictured here are shorter cable lengths than you will have. This is for a quick disconnect. You do not need the same. Cool. So we don't have those. That's fine. Yes. So we are going to mount this, I believe, to that. We're on step 18 for anyone following along at home. So place the 2 square nuts into the T-slots. All right. So we need to find our little thing of parts, which should be in this box, which are indeed. Yay. Good job, me. Keeping the things I needed. Ooh, these are my little parts. Alrighty. So, we got things. Oh, look, there's a zip tie in here. It was just white, so I didn't see it. There is a zip tie. We can use that one. There's also like heat sink compound all over everything. Whoops. Anyway, so we need. Where were they? Where were they? Square nuts and the 6mm M3s. So the 6mm M3s, oh, I believe are these ones. Yes, they look round in the picture. All right, so we need, starting out with these 2 square nuts, and I will bring the Hemera over here so you can have a look at what I'm doing. Oh, just don't want to break any of the cables. Beautiful. Aga Tub says, hey, this is great. Just thought I'd put in a comment and a like as I'm busy building battery packs across the room. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, anything we can do to game the algorithm would be great. I'm not good at reminding everyone to do it. Anyway, so we are placing these in the slots, which is... Yes, these are the T-slots. Look, it has a little handy diagram on this. So yes, we're on the back of this now. And we're placing them in these T-slots right here. Oh. It's a little tricky. Try and do on camera. It's gonna fall out if I do that. There we go. 1, 2, and what's next? Using the little 6mm screws, we're going to put this on. Fasten the Hemera to part B of the mounting using the square nuts. So that way around. Oh, this looks all a little different. Looks a little. Doesn't have this. I think that's the nozzle. So the dot needs to go to the nozzle. I think it goes this way. Yeah, that looks correct. Okay, so we got these little 6mm bolts. The tiny wee 3mm head. I might put these in first, and then I'll try and get them in the slots because I think. Oh no, I thought my plastic was like maybe my tolerances were a little out, but looks like we're fine. We're fine. Put them all in. Pokey poke. And one in here. Come on. In there. In. Yes. Okay. And, well, the sticker sort of a little bit covers these holes. A little bit. Might just get in the way a little. Bend it back a little. Yeah, it should be alright. I think it should be fine. Alright. So we gotta get those into the right spots. Is that right? No, that's not right. Yeah. Like there-ish. Yeah, okay. Ah, yeah, perfect. Hey, first go. Didn't expect that. Is that holding it in? Am I getting it? Yep, something's tightening. Woo! How about that? How often does that happen? Just all falls into place. My gosh, that's awesome. Well, that's not working. Something's gone wrong there. I'll try this one first. And go in. Yes. No, stop popping out. The little sticker is like poking it back out again every time I poke it in. Need like some tweezers or something. Like a firm sticker. Like a plasticky sticker. Oh, you're gonna start. So today my mate says I was going to start building my Lego Saturn V tonight and realized someone might actually enjoy watching it as a time lapse for some nice music. So I know what I'm adulting tomorrow. Ah, that's wonderful. That should be great. Yeah, I think people would enjoy that for sure. That's an aspirational Lego kit. I know a lot of people want that one. Yeah, it's going in. I'm just checking that I can see it going into the, of course I would drop it. Just checking that it's going into that little nut. And it does appear to be. I'm not sure what I was doing wrong. Oh yeah, it's feeling right now. I'm not sure what I was doing wrong. Maybe I was just poking it in a strange direction. There we go. That's firm. But I don't want to over tighten these because they're very small little M3s. I don't want to break them, you know? Just want it to be firm. It feels firm. Cool, that's that done. Done, done, done. Be aware it's possible to crack the T-slots if you use screws that are too long or bottom out. Yeah, cool, so we're using the right ones. Okay, insert 3 square nuts into the backside of part A of the Hermes mount. All right, so we have more square nuts and we need to put them, that was part A, wasn't it? Yes, so they go in here. Oh, look at that. I'm not sure how I'm gonna keep them all in their slots while I work. I might do one at a time and screw as I go, maybe. And then place part B onto part A. You may want to hold your hand over the square nuts to keep them in place. Yeah, I'm just going to do one at a time, I think, or they're going to go flying. Yeah, cool. So we are mounting this to this. And what screws am I using for this? did it say? All 3 screws. I don't think it actually says what screws, but shows it. Yeah, okay, I don't think it really actually says it. But I think the ones that are left are these little, I don't even know what they're called. They're not pan heads. They're like thick pan heads. They're like chunky pan heads. I'm not really sure what that's called. But they're the ones that are left, so we're using those ones. The other ones are part of the... Oh, I need a bigger key. Woo! Whoops. Didn't known that would happen. Somehow the little square nut has not fallen out. That's surprising, and that's the wrong... That's not what I wanted. I want this one. Yes. Oh. This has all been very smooth. I like this assembly. This bit's all very smooth. I'm enjoying this. I'm probably not talking as much as I should to you all, because I'm just like enjoying the twirling. Twirl. Quite like all twirly things. My partner sometimes, if I'm feeling sad or whatever, he'll like grab my arm and twirl me around like we're dancing, and like instantly it makes me feel better. It's kind of like hacks, because I can be real angry or upset, and he like twirls me around, and automatically I just feel better. There's just something whimsical and fun about it. I don't even know. It's like some weird psychological thing. But yes, try twirling if you're ever blue. Twirling. I can't get this in. I can't see. Caphead. Caphead. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Someone's listening. Oh, get in there. Yes. Okay, it's in. Wunderbar. Oh, these are tricky ones. Tricky. Get in. Cool. All right. And it's the blue. Nope, it's not the blue. It's the gold. It's the M3. Alrighty. I can feel it, so I'm screwing it in. That's working. Lovely, lovely. Happening. Okay. Don't want to strip that nut again. All right. So this one is on the other side. Little square nut here. There we go. And one of these in there. I'm doing this all by feel because I can't really see. You actually probably have a better view than I do. I'll look at the screen. Yes. Do I have any experience with the micro Swiss direct drive kit? Not the direct drive, no, but this was a micro Swiss nozzle on here, a micro Swiss hot end, but I haven't used the direct drive, no. Cheese heads are chunky pan heads. Ah, cool, thank you. I twirled it once in a karate and bowled over 5 students. Oh no, my master calls me the water buffalo. Oh, poor you to it. I think water buffaloes are pretty cool. I think they're an underrated creature, so I wouldn't be too upset about being called a water buffalo. So take the original hot end assembly. So we've attached it. That's awesome. Fasten all 3 screws. We've done that. Take the original hot end assembly. Check to make sure the assembly is fully cooled down before handling. Definitely cool. Haven't used that in a long time. And we're going to disassemble the original thing. So we're removing the cooling fan and removing all the cable ties. Okay, let's do this. Do we really need to remove the cooling fan? Are we reusing the cooling fan? Oh yeah, I guess we... Are we? Remove. Take the original hot end assembly. Remove the M2 screws that fasten the part cooling fan. Release the part cooling fan from the duct. Oh yeah, so we're reusing that for... That's why I printed out that other doodad. Remove all the cable ties from the wiring sheath and Bowden tube. Alright, so we are loosening off the part cooling fan, which is this one. So this one is the hot end cooling fan in here, and this one's the part cooling fan, and you can tell because it's like a blower type fan. It's directional. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Yeah, I am almost certain that's correct. Yeah, and this is the little channel for the part cooling fan. So this is a blower type fan, and it's different to these that, like, I don't know. They all blow, but this one blows differently. Oh gosh, we're heading into the not safe for work territory again. This one blows differently. That's what we're here for, right? Bit of not safe for work. We're all comfy with that. Otherwise we wouldn't enjoy my content, I think. Okay. Tried buying shorts on Goa, India, and was told we don't have any in elephant size, so water buffalo is still kind. Wow, that's dang, that's wow. Fancy that. Though in India, elephants are generally, well, in Hindu culture, they're seen as quite lovely creatures. I don't think they carry quite the same cultural understanding over there as it does here. You know, elephants are quite revered in a lot of parts of India, so maybe they meant it as like king size, you know, like what we would say king size, you know, like a kind way to say something that is the larger size, or, you know, like in a bed or whatever. So maybe it means like strong and tall and all that sort of stuff. I'm hoping that's the case, because through our cultural filter, it's not the kindest. Okay, here we go. Have to run. Thanks for the fun. See you, Makers Mashup. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining. I know it's a little late for America. This is the time I get. So we'll see. We'll see how these work out. I mean, like how this time zone works for everyone. It's kind of all I have though. So yeah, I'm sorry it gets a bit late. Yeah, I'll probably tidy up soon. I wonder how many steps we've got left. Oh, there's a few steps. There is a few. Wonder how long this will take. I'll go for a bit longer. I have probably half an hour more before I really have to get ready for work. So we'll go for half an hour more and then I'll call it. We'll see how far we get done. Yes. How about that? I will not be offended if you have to go. This says cut the cable tie that holds the cables. I don't have a cable tie. I just have a bit of tape. So yeah, I don't have that. And now we are disassemble. Orient the printer so the bottom is facing you. Remove the bottom electronics panel. I don't think I have that. I don't have that. This is definitely, yeah, okay. Remove the fabric tape binding the tool head. Wires together. Unplug the old heater cartridge from the terminal block. Unplug. Oh, so some of this I think. Unplug the part cooling fan. Oh, so we gotta go back in there. Ah. Unscrew the heatsink cooling fan. Wait, is this? Have we already done some of this? I think we already did some of this. Oh gosh, this is very confusing for me. I think I am confused. I am confused. I think this is my fault though. I don't think this is. I think this is me just not braining very well right now. I think all I have to do is take this off. Take it off. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take off this Bowden tube, which you do by pressing down on that little collet. Hypothetically, you press down on that collet and that should come out, which it does. Yay. There's some filament in here. Weird. I wonder if I can pull that out. Well, it's very stuck in there, isn't it? Oh, I'll just take it out here as well. If I can. Probably have to release that and push down on this collet. Oh, is that gonna work? Maybe not. Maybe not. No, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Okay, that's okay. We can leave a bit of filament in there. And then I think I only need to plug that in there. This feels like a slightly different size. Hopefully it still fits. Oh yeah. Yeah, okay. And then this all just has to come off. So I think I can just undo these tapes. Undo all of this. I'm going a little bit off book. I hope that's all right. I'm big, but not that big, says J.I. Made. Yeah, well, yeah, I think, I don't know. It's probably lost in the cultural transition. I hope that's the case. See you later, make us mash up. Bye. Eric, hello. Sure, it's starting to get a bit late. I still only just managed to tune in after all the things I had to do today. Oh, you poor love. You are like the busiest human I know. Thank you so much for helping me with the firmware. This is the Eric I've been talking about the whole time who helped me with all the firmware. So thank you, Eric. You are a legend. A bloomin' legend, as we would say here in Australia. Yeah, so thank you. Yeah, this is a nightmare. Do you have a sharp knife? I do, but this is all right. I'm managing to undo. I guess I could just cut this tape. I will. All right. Put that little bit of Bowden tube in there. I do have a knife here. We'll cut this fabric. No point me saving it. It doesn't seem to be even sticky anymore. So we'll just unwrap that. Unwrap this. Oh, dropping scalpels. Wow, I have been dropping everything all week. I don't know what's going on with me. I wonder if there's some sort of condition you can get where you just drop stuff all the time. Is there a condition for like really clumsy? I feel like I've had it lately. Okay, so this is only attached now by my little holdy uppy thing. This is actually like it's a key holder doodad, you know, like a retracty for keys. So it's only attached by that at the moment, and I can undo it just like a key ring, hypothetically. If I can move my camera a little, I'll show you. If I can't move it, I won't. Am I doing the wrong thing? That's weird. Anyway, it won't take me long. Oh, I can pull it down. Maybe. Anyway, I'm just sliding it off this ring. Like a key ring. I need to see that. Moving quick. Come on, Billy. Moving quick. All right. So that is all the hot end jazz. And it's just, I'm just going to feed it through till it's here. Hot end jazz. Boop. That is all unplugged. This is saying disassemble all the things and then assemble them. I think we already did this because we've already done the hot tightening. I'm not sure why these instructions come after the hot tightening, because you need all of this assembled to be able to hot tighten, or most of this assembled to be able to hot tighten. So I don't really understand. Anyway, oh, is this? Oh no, it's a different board. I just found a diagram of the board that was like labeled, and I was like, oh, is this the labeling of the board? But it's a different board. Okay, so we just need to connect everything. We need to put the part cooling fan on. So I do need to pull out this part cooling fan from the cables. The cable is kind of annoying because it's one of these aviator cables in here for the whole hot end. So it's not like the ender where you can just like pull it out and it's nice. It has this. So I guess I'm gonna undo this zip tie and then pull the cable sleeve back. And I don't know, get rid of some of this stuff. Not even sure how I can. I can't actually pull the cable. I'll have to destroy the cable sleeve. Because there's no way for me to... I'd have to reconnect all the wires in that connector, and that seems difficult. Yeah, so I think this is just built really differently to the ender. This is not E3D's fault. This is the Creality CR-10S5 being a weirdo. So I'm just gonna like, for now, let's just add the part cooling fan to it, and I'll just trim up here a little bit. Oh. Oh my god, I've done this so many times. I wish I could just beam there and do it for you in like 3 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I frustrating to watch? Am I like when you're trying to help your parents with computer things and it's just infuriating to watch them when you're like, click on the start menu. No, the start menu, it looks like a window in the bottom. Is that what you're feeling right now, Archetype? I'm sorry if so. Hey, Edsy! Hey, Ed, how you doing? Splice the other side. The other side? I don't know what you mean. What I'm trying to do is take this away from all of this. Yeah, that's all I'm trying to do. But I think for now we're just gonna see if it all works and gets plugged in. So we're going to place the stock part cooling fan on the duct as shown. Like yay. Yep, because that's where it's blowing out of. So like that. And then insert the 2 times M3 by 10 screws. Oh, did I use those for the wrong bit? Oh no, this is 10 mil. Is it? 10 mil. I don't think I have 2 of those screws left. Also, that's not an M3 hole. We were using M2 things before for this part cooling fan. It's just a slightly different part cooling fan. That'd be right. I'll try the M3s. I don't think they'll fit because I think I were using M2s or 2.5. Hope it's not 2.5. Yep, M3 doesn't fit. Okay. So we have reached hurdle. Maybe this is where I call it. I need more parts. Yeah, that's definitely an M2 hole. All right. Yeah, and it's saying M3 should fit. And it doesn't. So I think we've used a different part cool. I think Creality's used a different part cooling fan here for the CR-10S5 than the Ender. So yeah, we will reconvene at a later date when I have the parts I need, or potentially I will finish this off because it's really just plugging everything in and getting going. So I might finish it off on my own time and post a video of it all running because you've been following along and it's been really great to have you all. But yeah, you probably want to see it run. So yeah, I will get some more screws and have a go at reassembling this so that it all works. But thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you, huge thank you to all my patrons. Yeah, you really make this happen. And if you're interested in signing up and being a patron too, then jump into the description because there's a link there. And I'm trying to do live streams weekly. We'll see how I go. I'm also trying to like manage my workload a little. So I'm thinking maybe I do a live stream one week and a meter maker another week kind of thing. But I also, yeah, I don't know. I'll see how I go. I'll keep you posted. I'll keep communicating in the Discord and then on Patreon and stuff about where I'm going and how I'm handling my new workload and all that jazz. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you on Discord and Twitter and YouTube. And thank you for joining. Bye, beautiful people. Bye.